Good evening. A community mourns as a tragic accident takes the life of a young girl. Bart Pediasic explains how the town of Kitscoty has pulled together to help out the grieving process.
18-year-old Kelly Stone was found dead in her vehicle on Monday morning by Kitscoty RCMP.
Emergency services received a call of a vehicle down an embankment on Highway 16 at Range Road 24. On arrival, emergency services determined that there was one occupant of the vehicle, and that occupant was deceased at the scene.
According to initial RCMP investigation, the accident probably occurred at 3 in the morning. According to Kitscoty RCMP, Miss Stone was traveling westbound on Highway 16 when she went through the Grass Meridian and across eastbound highway. She rolled over and ended up in this embankment right here. She graduated high school in May, and to those who knew her, it's a sombering experience.
Very shocking, very shocking. I mean, these kinds of events always rock a school community, and we do our best to support our kids and our staff members in this time of grief.
The Buffalo Trail school system has brought in a team of counselors to help with the grief process.
They're here, they're working with students and staff to help debrief on what has happened and to help the kids through the process, and the staff members to provide them with support through this process.
According to RCMP, there is no evidence of alcohol or distracted driving at the scene.
We're not anticipating at the moment anything in the way of a criminal or motor vehicle act offense. At the moment, we're not investigating anything beyond the accident and the fatality itself.
Kitscoty RCMP do not have any witnesses to the accident and are asking the public to come forth if they have any information. Bart Pediasic, Newcap News.
RCMP are still looking for a third suspect after the Saddle Lake High School was vandalized. As Clayton Brown reports, the gymnasium was set on fire and the entire building was damaged.
3 youths went on a crime spree early Saturday morning in Saddle Lake. It started with burning a vehicle, then breaking into the band office before torching the high school gym.
At about 4 o'clock, they were called to the band office, the administration office, where somebody had broken into and done a bunch of damages within the offices there. And then while they were dealing with that, they got a third call of a fire over at the high school.
The school was hit the hardest. Dozens of windows were smashed, the sprinklers caused extensive water damage, and the biggest damage is to the gym floor.
Damages, we're estimating, or getting word from the band that they're estimating well over $100,000. Like the floor in the gymnasium alone would be close to $100,000 to replace, so it's well over $100,000.
2 of the 3 suspects are in custody and facing multiple charges.
All 3 are young offenders, and charges right now are the arson, mischief, and break and enter to commit mischief.
Graduation was to be held at the end of this week, but all the decorations were lost in the fire. Despite that, the ceremony will still be held on Friday at the elementary school. In Saddle Lake, Clayton Brown, Newcap News.
And yesterday we told you how City Council voted unanimously in favor of repealing a 2002 bylaw banning nude entertainment in our city. And today we have reaction from the city. Lise Cox has more.
The city was approached by an Edmonton law firm representing businesses in Lloydminster wishing to open a new establishment, but our nude entertainment bylaw stood in their way.
After getting a legal precedented challenge, then took it to an independent legal counsel who said basically the same material, the same findings as the challenge.
The findings: Bylaw 1-2002 conflicts with federal law.
The race for the mayor's seat is some 4 months away, and already the wheels are in motion to get things rolling for the civic election. Soon, voter signs will once again go up around Lloydminster. And as City Hall prepares for the election itself, there will be a few minor changes.
Rather than changing the whole process from beginning to end, it may be better to take small steps.
Residents will now have to show proper photo identification and will be electing those running for a 4-year term instead of 3. As well, the candidates' names will now be alphabetically listed on the ballots. But not everyone was in favor of that change.
A lot of people aren't aware of the fact that they don't have to select 6 people on a form, but they automatically do. And they'll just, wherever, start from the top, click, 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 click.
Councillor Park says it will give an unfair advantage and he would rather see a rotational structure. And though he was the only one to vote against the change, Mayor Mulligan does agree with him.
I think Councillor Park's right. I think he's absolutely right. I think rotational would be the most equitable way to do it.
Mayor Mulligan says he voted in favor of the change because it would be too much pressure administratively, with the clock ticking down to the October election. But he thinks in the future that will be the way to go.
It might leave us jeopardizing the integrity of the election while we're trying to produce a better election.
The city is also toying with the idea of online voting for future elections. Meantime, increased security is one of the city's focuses as vandalism is at an all-time high in Bud Miller Park. As Elise Cox explains, a new partnership is looking to combat their recent problems.
Our popular community park has recently become the target of vandalism.
It's been a problem all spring, and actually the latest damage was to the maze, which was just rebuilt in the fall. Photos were given to me this weekend where 200 and roughly 40 shrubs were pulled out of that maze, literally leaving it totally destroyed.
Along with damage to washrooms, mini golf grounds, lawn bowling, and other amenities, the city says we're sitting at about $150,000 in damage.
Bud Miller Park is a gem to our community. It's something that we have to spend money on to refurbish through natural wear and tear. When that natural wear and tear is accelerated by needless vandalism, I make no apologies for being mad.
So the city has partnered with Lakeland College Campus Security.
They're going to foot patrol the park at irregular hours, as well as use their smart car to patrol the paths to try and minimize the vandalism that has been occurring all spring.
Most vandalisms occur after the park is closed, and the current security in place isn't cutting it.
They don't monitor the entire park. It's almost impossible to do that at this moment.
So irregular checks at dusk are expected to stop some of the destruction. Elise Cox, Newcap News.
After a long and stressful day, heading to the gym for yoga seems like a perfect fit. In this week's edition of Fitness First, Mike Baden steps into a yoga studio to try some heated hatha.
Feel every single movement.
Hatha heated yoga is a calming but difficult exercise. But at Motion Fitness, classes are set up for beginners and experts.
My classes are very much geared towards beginners, and I always asked the participants to really listen to their body, and it's not ever about what I'm doing or what the person beside them is doing. It's about listening to your body and tuning into your body and only taking your body as far as it's willing to go.
Yoga's combined focus on mindfulness, breathing, and physical moves brings health benefits all throughout the body.
It's amazing. It settles your nerves, it's good for your blood pressure, it's good for your peace of mind. It's excellent if you're into hockey or super hard cardio fitness. It's great for stretching your muscles, and it just creates space in your body.
And of course, the more you go, the more results you will notice.
7 days a week. Yeah, I mean, if you could do a class a week, that would be a great place to start. I think probably anything that you could do, whether it's 10 minutes.
Participating businesses to where you can get your paper pledge form. So we hope to see everybody out with their furry friends and our dog and family fun day.
The and serving